I'm on my way out of Kununurra. I'm resuming my onward journey now, having had my tyre done, had a new chain put on, and now I'm on my way to Halls Creek today.
Recording.
Okay, it's called the Savannah Way, of course it is, or the Great Northern Highway, so that's where I'm turning right now, and I'm going to pull over here. I think I might try and get the drone up, because the scenery is not bad. So I'll just stop over here.
Recording.
Well, I'm just turning into the Doon Roadhouse. I think I've done about 100 k's now, I'm not sure. And I want to see if I can get a decent coffee here. Maybe a little something to eat. Now, jury's out whether or not a decent coffee at a roadhouse in Doon is achievable. And this is a goat track coming in here, so we'll see. I don't need to fuel up at all. It's just the coffee I'm after. Now I'm keeping an eye open for Jerry and Mara, who are travelling this way from Halls Creek to Kununurra today. So yeah, that's got to keep an eye open for them. Anyway, let me go and see if I can get a coffee. So I'm coming up to Warman, whatever it is, but it looks like a roadhouse and a filling station. So I'll probably fill up with some fuel here. I've got enough to get me to wherever it is I'm going, which is Halls Creek. But you know what? It always just a little bit more comfortable if you got full tanks.
Recording.
All right, well, I've got to do all that again because I just had a message that I had an SD card error. So I've swapped that out and I'll redo this. So let's just kick this bike. Nice. Bit of choke always helps. So, start again. It's now 7:05. That took 5 or 10 minutes to do. I'm just leaving Halls Creek, as you can see by that sign there. Enjoy the Wolf Creek Crater. Didn't know about that. It's one of the biggest craters around, I think. Anyway, so I'm on my way to Fitzroy Crossing, 290 kilometers. It's pretty fresh. It's about 19 degrees. But fortunately, this wind, and it's quite a breeze blowing today, but it's a tailwind. Woohoo! And what else can I say? Yeah, my bike survived Halls Creek and all the risks that are associated with the community at Halls Creek. It's kind of well known for all sorts of risks of getting stuff pinched and broken into and stolen. So, you know, with a bike where you've got stuff exposed, not that I left stuff on the bike last night, I took it all into my motel room, but there's some stuff you just have to leave on the bike, like this top box, my steel box on the back, and you know, it's always a little worry, but anyway, it survived it. Depending on what Fitzroy Crossing looks like, because from what I understand, Fitzroy Crossing and Halls Creek are on a par with one another. Maybe Fitzroy Crossing a little worse. Now, I haven't experienced Fitzroy Crossing myself, so I'm no judge of that. Anyway, so, you know, if it's cool enough, if I've got enough time and somewhere to press onto some other option, I might do that just to make some distance. Well, I'm about, I don't know, 50-60 kilometers out from Halls Creek, and I just pulled into this truck rest stop on the side of the road. I've got a nice tailwind behind me, I must say. You can probably see it, and it's quite cool, so I put my jacket on eventually. Now, as I pulled over, I saw this plaque here, this kind of memorial stone. So I thought I'd just pull over and read it, and I'll read this to you. Well, you can read it yourselves, but I'll do it. We live in deed, not years. This is in memory of Andrew Cadigan, 1981 to 2013, who walked solo around Australia to raise money for the Leukemia Foundation. A man, a pram, 2 feet and a heartbeat. Cad walked this very road in November 2012 on his 15,000 kilometer journey, but sadly died less than a year later. With every step he made a difference. That's just remarkable. What an accomplishment. That is an achievement, you know, in anyone's book. Walking around this country is an achievement. Riding around it on a Postie bike is an indulgence. That is just remarkable, very moving. 32 years of age. 32. Yeah, it kind of brings everything into perspective for you when you see these kind of things, and you know what other people's life experiences are compared to your own, and yeah, something to think about, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, good tailwind. I'm going to get back on the road, and obviously this will be something I'll think about for a while. Well, here's some interesting rock structures and hills, beautiful colors. This red rock, obviously very rich in iron, but yeah, just a bit of a change in scenery from the very flat. And then on this side of the road, it's all grey, so a completely different rock from that side. I don't understand how we get grey on this side and red on that side. is just amazing. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to explain that. Right, let's have a look what time it is. It's 6:45, and I'm just leaving the Fitzroy River Lodge on my way to Derby, as I now understand it's pronounced, not Derby, Derby. And so, yeah, my most expensive room on the trip so far, $280 for what is just an ordinary motel room. It's just a joke when you travel here. This is the Fitzroy River, down there and up there, so now I'm going to ride through Fitzroy Crossing, which carries its own reputation for crime, petty crime, even sort of semi-violent crime, you know, where youths poke people with screwdrivers and yeah, they steal cars, they break into cars, they rob and mug people. It's a sad commentary. Well, I had to throw a Yui to come and get some footage of this. Yeah, this is a decent sized boab here by any measure. Wow. I've never seen one this big. I mean, I've been passing a lot of them, but nothing the scale of this. Massive tree. Yeah, it's on the same sort of scale, perhaps not as tall, but the same sort of scale as the baobab trees in Africa. So very impressed with this tree. I had to move my bike. This guy just come in on this road train into this parking area. See how long it goes on for. I don't know, these guys driving these things, just phenomenal. And these trucks, these prime movers that tow them. Can you imagine the horsepower in these things? And that's all fuel. Jesus, that would be a big bang if that ever went up. So yeah, see if I can get a shot with this tree. And get the size of this tree and the size of that vehicle. Well, I'm coming up to the intersection now with the road. Well, I've got to do a right turn to Derby, and other way would go to Broome. So that was an instruction to turn right on Derby Highway. So yeah, this is me now, turning right on Derby Highway. Oh, such excitement.
Recording.
Alright, well, I have just arrived in the sprawling metropolis of Derby. And like I've said, it kind of marks the halfway around point for me, which is just fantastic. And yeah, now it's a matter of me trying to find a bit of accommodation for tonight. And I'm on my way to the boat ramp at Derby, only because I need to get to the water to accomplish my objective of actually reaching the west coast. Now, I know it's not the most western point of Western Australia. I'll get to that, but from Sydney, if you were to draw a line almost diagonally through Uluru to the other side of the country, you'd probably come out somewhere around Broome or Derby or something like that. So I'm going to go with this as the kind of diagonally opposite point. Sorry, I just lost concentration there. It's easy for me. Yeah, so that's why I need to get to at least see the water. Don't know that I'm going to be able to get right to it, but we'll give it a go. Oh, here we go. Derby Sea Rescue. So they've got to be close to the water. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, there's boats out there. They're anchored. It looks brown, but I'm sure it's still water. And there we go. Absolutely is water. I think that's Derby's only taxi cab. I'm sure it is. I don't think there'd be business for two of them. Yeah, this is a nice little stretch of the town with this wide green, lush green median strip and these baobab trees planted along it, interspersed by a sole palm tree. Very nice, yeah. So that's Derby, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, there's an image of these prisoners sort of in chains around, standing in front of this tree. And the story is up there, which is before Derby was established in 1883, Aboriginal people were kidnapped from the West Kimberley. The kidnappers, known as blackbirders, were settlers who were connected with the pearling industry. They wanted divers and workers for the pearling boats. They rounded people up, put them in chains and marched them to the coast. Some may have held their captives at the Boab prison tree while they waited for the boat. Okay, so it's a bit speculative, but, you know, there's certainly a picture of them standing in front of this tree. So, yeah. Unbelievable how humanity just disregards the humanity of people. All right, so here it is. Look, it's an impressive sized tree, there's no doubt about it. And clearly, you know, there's a hole in it, and it's hollow inside. Let me just step under here. It's hollow inside, that's for sure. So you can take shelter in here. No brown snakes or black snakes or taipans that I can spot. It'd be too late if I did. So that's inside there. Just amazing. These trees are so prehistoric. They're just relics of an age, long gone. Oops! I don't know if I just split my new pants, my riding pants, not new. So yeah, quite. And yes, they're just so impressive and different and striking. Amazing. So this is the prison boab tree at Derby.